Bom dia, good morning. We're here back at our residence where we're staying with my wife's son, Ulysses. We're in the city of Itaguari. Itaguari. This here is the outdoor garbage in Brazil. Everybody has one in front of their house. I'm trying to get a good image here, folks. This here is the garbage can. It's on a stick to keep the dogs out. All the dogs here are called caramel. Caramel, because they're brown. They live in the road. They're everywhere, and they're the smartest damn dogs in the world. I've never seen so many dogs in the road in my life, and none of them get ran over. They know what a car is. They do what they do. They beg. They scrounge. They find everything they can. And bom dia. And I just wanted to come outside, give a little look at the way things are here. It's kind of interesting. Everybody has basically a wall with a gate in front of their home. I don't think it's so much protection against thievery. I'm not really sure what they're for. It's kind of a tradition here. Everybody has a wall with a gate, locks up, and it gives them a chance to, I think it's to keep the cops out. Although crime here in Itaguari is minimal. I don't see, there's the couple things I wanted to talk about this morning was, first of all, economic considerations. This here is a standard lot in Brazil. This is an available lot if anybody wants to buy it. Secondly, for my Brazilian friends out there, I just want to say to consider the implications of technology and its use. Translate for me, love. Consider the implications of economy and technology.
É, as danger da tecnologia.
The Brazilian people have taken to the technology and really enjoy it. Firstly, you got to understand here in Brazil, the presentation of the United States to the Brazilian people is this Shangri-La. I haven't talked to a single Brazilian here that has any information or any understanding of the economic condition in the United States. It's reflected in many ways. First of all, homelessness here is practically non-existent. My wife says it's true. The homeless people are probably at their mother's house pissing her off right now. But the fact is, it relates directly to family. People rejecting their family here is kind of a new phenomenon. It's not really common. Your family, you're always family. Even if you're a dickhead, you're not shunned or put off by the rest of your family. It occurs, but it's not very common. Family units are strong here. Something that Brazil's held on to that I hope they continue to hold on to, because in America, by comparison, you can see the contrived intent to destroy the family unit. And it's been well destroyed in the United States. Children reject their parents, parents reject their children. Sometimes that's necessary. Your family can be your best friend or your worst enemy. And my wife wants me to show you the caramel. The dog. Caramel. They're everywhere. I'm surprised we haven't seen 15 more already. But back to what I'm talking about. The beginning of the destruction of any society is first and foremost the destruction of the family unit. And once that is established, everything else falls like a domino. Everything. Whether you want to admit it or not or understand this, it's up to you. I don't care. Economically here in Brazil, the exchange of the American dollar to the Brazilian real is about 5 to 1. That seems like something you'd really grasp onto. But what I find is that that exchange is, again, kind of canceled out because, you know, if you're paying $15 for a box of cornflakes here, well, there you go. There's your exchange. It's gone. Automobiles here, very expensive. The rural style of life here is very interesting. You don't really go to the corner store for milk. They have milk there. It's not kept cold. There's no need to keep it cold. It's I guess what we would call the equivalent of pasteurized. But yeah, to get milk, you go find the guy with a milking cow, and you get some milk from him. This, for example, this area over here is a small farm. The gentleman has a few cows, and we were going to get milk from him, but his wife, the man's wife, didn't appreciate my wife going over and asking for milk. He said yes, she said no, as the case may be. But this is a little tiny farm style here. Brazilians are much more utilitarian than we are in America. You are not burdened, bogged down, hindered by the bureaucratic managerial complexities of the United States. In the United States, if you started to build something, you'd have 15 representatives from the city coming to check your codes, your permits, your architectural plan, your everything, for down to the plumbing, the electrical. Here in Brazil, that's not the case. People build what they need, and there's little to hinder that, because the need for a place to live is understood as a common need. You need a place to live. Most of the construction is concrete and these red bricks I'll show you when we get up here. But it's important for my Brazilian friends out here to understand that what is being represented as Shangri-La, Paradise America, blah, 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 it's a distinct and intentional misrepresentation. In the people that I've talked to lately, it would seem that the East Coast of America is what's mostly presented as, oh, the place to be. Most of the people I've talked to, which is only a few, were considering like Massachusetts, Maryland, talking about going and visiting and seeing those places, probably because that's where the wealthy people want their next batch of slaves to come from. I urge the Brazilian people to reconsider. I also urge the Brazilian people to reconsider anything that resembles America. The technology, the push for technology, it's been adopted here wholeheartedly, especially in a financial aspect.
This is the garden.
Here's a nice little house here in Brazil. As you can see, they grow some corn here.
Some garlic.
You can have there's some garlic. It's considered reasonable to plant something in your yard. Yucca root, what they call mandioca, is commonly grown here. And like I said earlier, I call it the jungle potato because it's much like a jungle potato. Here again is some standard construction in Brazil. I'll try to get a good image here. They use these type of bricks. There's a stack of them over here, I'll show you, but the brickwork is done, and then it's lathed with concrete. And then oftentimes, fancier places, they'll use actual tiles on the outside of the walls, outside of the houses. It looks really neat. Back to considerations for Brazilians is if it resembles America, I would think twice. The technology is taken off here. People pay for most everything with their phone. they've been
Fix.
led to think, cash is dangerous, blah, blah, blah. I've been walking around here. I've had no threats against anything. I haven't feel threatened or unsafe or like that my cash was in danger. And not even once since I've been here. I've been to a couple different cities. We went to Goiás and went around town there, and it was fun. A lot of shops, a lot of activity. Brazil is on its way up. It's growing. There's more jobs, more people. These again are the bricks used for the general construction purposes of homes, and of course the walls that are here in front of people's houses. There was a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Secondly,